What up YouTube, it's your boy Anime Specialist. So it was another pretty good episode of The Promised Neverland. Last week's episode ended with the kids and Sister Chrone talking about teaming up with each other, and this episode started where it left off, and it was a really good episode. The mind games, obviously, since episode 1 of The Promised Neverland, there's a lot of mind game, and the kids in this episode pretty much won this game, against Sister Chrone, and it was kind of cool to see this kind of battle going on. The thing that I liked the most in this episode was the information that we learned, especially Sister Chrone. We learned that she was a kid from a farm when she was younger. It's just that because she was really smart, she had great grades and everything. She had a choice, and she was a girl, a female, so she had more choices than men. So when you're a kid, when you're a woman, when you're a girl, and you have great grades, you have two choices: you get shipped out and die, or you can survive and become a sister when you grow up, or a mom. So that's why every time we see a new character, basically like Isabella at the beginning of the series, the mother, and now Sister Chrone, they're all females. So females in this series are really important. So basically, if Emma didn't care about anybody, she would have two choices because she's really smart. She has great grades, and she's turning 12 soon. She will have the choice to die or become a sister, a mother when she grows up. But Emma cares about everybody, so that won't happen. Another thing that we learned in this episode is that even though Sister Chrone is an adult right now, she can't really escape the farm, because when she chose to survive and to live, the kind of higher ups of this organization put a chip in her body so that if she would escape, it would they would activate an electrical surge to stop her heart from beating. So that's kind of crazy. So she has to live in the farm for the rest of her life, even though she chose to. And that is the reason why she wants Isabella the mother's role, because she wants to live a happy life, a comfortable life. So if Sister Chrone becomes a mother, she will be pretty comfortable. So that's why she wants Isabella the mother's place right now. So like Emma said in this episode, even though she was once one of them, she doesn't really care about the kids. She just wants to live her life. It's about her and only her. So that's kind of crazy, man. But anyway, it was a good thing to learn in this episode. Now later in the episode, Emma and Norman visited Sister Chrone's room because they wanted more information, and because they kind of teamed up, Sister Chrone gave them some information. And I just want to say that in this episode, especially since she was introduced to the show, her facial expressions are crazy, man. Like I said in last week's review, this is one of the things that this anime does really well. The facial expression of the character are really well done. But anyway, the first question that they asked Sister Chrone was the location device, and it really was a location device. Norman and Ray and Emma were right about it. They have a tracking device in the behind of their ears, and they have a location device so that they can locate them. But they were also right that the location device can't really tell who that person is. It can only tell where someone is. It can't tell if it's Emma, if it's Norman, or if it's Ray. So they were right about that too. So they were right about a lot of things. Before this episode, it was kind of hypothesis. They were hypotheses, but now we know that it's true. But Sister Chrone also learned that the kids have a device to destroy the tracking device in their ears, and it was kind of a creepy moment because Sister Chrone told Emma and Norman that there's other ways to learn the truth than talking. She said that they can see it in their face and their eyes, the way they react and everything. So it was kind of a learning moment for Emma and Norman, so that in the future they can kind of uh, um, take that into their repertoire and see if someone is lying, and it will kind of help them in the future in the way that they can react in a different way than they reacted in this episode, so that they can lie better. But yeah, man, it was an intense moment with Sister Chrone. So we already know that we can't really trust Sister Chrome, because her only goal is to become mom. And even after their meeting, Sister Chrome tried to look for the device that can destroy the tracking device, so that she can tell that to the grandmother or something like that, and the higher hub, so that um, Isabella can be fired from her job, and that she can become, and that Sister Chrome can become the mother. And she actually found something. We don't know what she found, but she said that even Isabella doesn't know about that. So it's something maybe that is important. Maybe it's just a joke from the kids, because the kids knew that she was gonna try to look for the device. So we'll have to see next week's episode. And I just want to say something, man. This guy Phil is everywhere. I don't know why, but there's something funny about this kid. He's everywhere. We see him in every episode for a short moment, but it's kind of funny to me that we see him that much for no reason. But anyway, man, even at the end of the episode, we saw that the mother was giving Sister Chrone a letter from the higher ups, and it seems like she was fired from being a sister or something like that. And yeah, man, it's kind of interesting. I think the kids have to have something to do with it, but like I said, we'll have to see next week's episode. In the anime, there's 6 days left before they escape, so this will be interesting. But let me know what you thought about this week's episode in the comments down below, and let me know what you think is gonna happen next in the series. There's only like 4 or 5 episodes left, so stay tuned for that, man. It's a short season for the Promised Neverland, but I'm happy about what's gonna happen next. I do the Promised Neverland reviews every Thursday, so subscribe for that. And I do other anime related things like Black Clover reviews on Tuesdays, Sword Art Online reviews, Fairy Tail reviews, and sometimes One Piece reviews on Saturdays. And when Boruto Naruto Next Generation will be out of filler and catch up to the manga, I will do reviews of this show on Sunday, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.